Hey, what's going on YouTube? Checking out new arrival. Got this last week, haven't had a chance to really get to doing all these videos yet. So it's the ARRMA SENTON 4x4 BLX 2S, 3S capable, brushless. It's a short course truck, obviously. It's got some really aggressive tires, and it's kind of beefy. We have the ARRMA Granite, and it is a pretty beefy vehicle and easy to take apart. So I figured, why not go with the short course truck as well, especially with this new pre-order with the yellowish greenish body, and obviously the 2S 3S capable, because I have the ARRMA Granite in brushed version and I'm not in love with it. I think you should just spend the money and go brushless right from the door. If you have kids, then maybe go with like a Traxxas Slash that has the kid mode, the youth mode, easy mode they call it, I think, where it limits the power halfway. I'm not sure if this has that or not. We're gonna find out. So I've already unboxed it, obviously, because that's just what I do. That's how I am. Have to look at it, and one good thing is I didn't run it outside yet. So normally I get something and I just want to play with it immediately, and then I got to show it to you and it's all freaking dirty. So I've had this for over a week and haven't gotten it all dirty, mostly because my track that I built was a swamp after all that rain from the hurricane. So anyway, ARRMA SENTON 4x4, really nice. It's kind of like, I guess it's yellow, but my kids said they saw green in it. I'm freaking colorblind, so your guess is as good as mine. Body's really nice looking. I love the Traxxas Slash. Like there's my fiance's. It's a great looking body, but it is nice to just have something different other than a million Slash bodies racing around. I like how they did the same as they've done with the other. They have the little wheelie bars back here. That's really cool. Not that I think you may, maybe on 3S maybe this thing will rip wheelies, but I guess we'll find out. As with the Granite, relatively solid, solid pieces. A-arms, everything looks pretty good. Nice flat chassis, which is going to be great for, any kind of bad landing. It's just going to flatten right out for you. And that you can see that the suspension will actually go beyond this. So you're not bottoming the suspension out and destroying it. It's really just a fantastic design, in my opinion. Tires are basically like a rip-off of the what I have on this. See them? They're the Pro Line. What the hell are they called? I don't know. You guys will know better than I do. I'm sure it'll come back to me in a second. Anyway, it's basically just a rip-off of like the Pro Line tire, and it does the job. Look very aggressive. It's going to really tear up, I think, compared to like something like a short course truck or something where, like this Associated has these. That's almost nothing going on there. And then you go to like a Traxxas Slash type wheel, and you got virtually nothing going on over there. So I really like having that much meat. Obviously you're on some kind of clay track that's real groomed, that might be a little aggressive, but for our track it's like mud and grass and dirt and rocks and sand, so it kind of works out pretty well. Alright, let's take a look inside. So I think actually the first time I've had the body clips off. There we go. Usually they put something in there. Yep. Don't just bash, blast. Body's pretty good. It's not the thickest material, but it's definitely not the thinnest. And the slashes, they all break right here because they end up landing in the corner and they buckle this piece. And it's nice to see there's a bit of a relief there. It feels pretty tough. I think you could still break it, just like with the slashes. If you're looking for more of an unbreakable body, I highly recommend this Robbie Gordon edition, because it's a totally different body, and this just seems to take the abuse so much better in the back corner compared to like a Slash. Let's see if we can find one that's all busted up. Oh, they're over here. These ones, they all start breaking back here if you bust them up too much. Alright, back to the ARRMA. Alright, really nice heatsink built into that BLX motor. See, it just looks like it just pops right off. Maybe. I don't want to break anything. Anyway, really nice heatsink. It's got a CBA ARRMA BLX 3200 kV 4-pole motor. It's got a, let's see, BLX 100 ESC. And thank God there's no stupid switches or anything for nickel metal hydride and lipo. Can't see the steering servo. I assume it's a decent one. It's probably like a mid-grade. You know, it doesn't matter what they tell you. If you got the money to replace the steering servo, I usually try, especially if the steering is weak. I guess we're going to find out. I love how ARRMA does this with the the pull and things come apart so much easier. You can see these little things that slide away, and you know, it just, if you've worked on any kind of truck before, you know it's going to be a pain in the butt. So it's nice to see easy stuff. The problem is if it all gets all mucked up, I mean, who knows how well it's going to slide. I mean, who knows? We're going to see how it weathers in at the track, obviously. Comes stock with a Ec5 connector. It's a Horizon Hobby type connector. Obviously, you could put on your own connector if that's your thing. Looks like we have the receiver boxes underneath of the speed controller. Battery tray uses a strap system. And honestly, the straps don't seem to be huge. I don't even know if I could get one of my 8,000 milliampers in there. Let's find out. Oh, no, it'll go. It's not a lot of meat left, but it works. It'll hold it. It's also nice because you can see it looks like, could be wrong. No, maybe that's the extent of it. I don't think you can put the long batteries in here. This stuff doesn't seem to want to move. But it looks like these two could come out possibly, and you could put a long battery in there, something like this guy. Yeah, because if you know, it looks like it'll adjust. Because if you take this off and this off, you'd have this line and this line, and the battery does in fact fit in there. So I think it's compatible for either types of battery, and that's really cool. That's definitely a nice feature. Again, you get a nice look at that wheelie bar. Real nice big protective rear end here. But nice to see some mud flaps. I don't know what all this craziness is for back here. I mean, I get it, but I'd rather have a little bit more in the front. It's weird that this, you know, it's so small in the front but so large in the back. I'll take medium on both or larger in the front, because that's usually where I smack shit up. So moving on, shocks. I'm not a huge fan of ARRMA's shocks. They're very strange. Let's see if I can find one. Let's see. It's nice to actually have this flashlight. Oh, shockies. I probably should have had this already. I apologize. Should have had all this ready. But I just thought about it. I'm not seeing them. So anyway, damn it. So anyway, when you take this off, you can't fill it like a normal shock. It's like one piece. I don't know if they're refillable or what, but like when you screw this off, there's nothing to like separate. It's all one piece. I don't understand how you're supposed to fill them. So I'm going to try to maybe replace mine as they break with actual ones that can be adjusted. And maybe in part 2 video, before I run real fast, I'll find those shocks and actually show you what I'm talking about, that they're just like almost useless. Alright, moving on. Bumper's got not a lot of strength. You know, it takes some impact, but it's definitely not absorbing a whole bunch. So the back here is definitely a little bit wobbly, but got your plastic drive shafts, not dog bones. That's about it. I said I'm pretty happy with ARRMA's products. You know, one thing that you're going to want to remember if you end up going with something like this, or if you have a Traxxas Slash and you're considering putting the tires from the Senton onto your Slash, they're not going to work. The Slash, the Team Associated, all that stuff is 12 millimeter hex for the wheels. And these are 14 millimeter. ARRMA's like the only one that does it, which can make it complicated finding normal tires for this vehicle. You're going to end up having to maybe cut them off the rim. I'm sure as it comes out more, there will be aftermarket companies that obviously make more tires for this than there may already be out now. But I did notice that there's a million 12 millimeter and 14 millimeters kind of limited. So something to consider. All I care about is how it runs and how much it breaks. Because if they break too much, or if they're a pain in the butt to work on, then they pretty much got to go. So we're going to find that out. Next video, we're running on the track tomorrow. And, oh yeah, they have these, ARRMA has these body clips, retainers. So you can, come stock. You don't actually have to put them on yourself. Now, the only bad thing with these are, as they dry rot, they basically break off. And the bad habit people have are they want to use this tab to, to pull on it. And after like 2 weeks of having it and sitting outside or sitting in your garage, they just end up snapping off. So I just use them as body retainers, just as if you, well, I put the ARRMA ones on that. Like, for instance, I have the Stampede. So these are just, simple body retainers. So I don't pull from this, obviously. It's like a rubber band. You're going to end up breaking it. So I don't pull from that, just like I don't pull from these. I just use it to retain the body. Alright, guys, gals. Hope you like, subscribe. I'm just trying to be honest and tell you what I think of when stuff comes. And I know I'm kind of boring, but I hope some of you enjoy. See you in the next part. Peace out.